The with keyword can be used in file handling so that we can simplify the working of the files. Usually what we do is when we open a file, we write a line, open a file and do some activities, and towards the end we close that file. Now, by using this with keyword, what we can do is we usually take the with along with the open. And obviously, when we open the file, we know we have to pass on two values. One is your file name, other one is the mode in which you want to open the file. Once you have opened the file, whatever activities you want to perform on that particular file, that can be placed in a particular single place and in a particular block, we can say. Now, like I said, the with keyword is used in file handling to simplify the working with files and ensure that the resources are properly managed. And one best thing that happens is when you open a file, irrespective of whatever mode you might have used, maybe read or maybe append, maybe write, any mode. So we need not close it specifically, because automatically by the time the block that I have written along with this with, whatever statements, whatever operations we have done, immediately after the last statement is executed, automatically the file will be closed. And one of the more advantages, like I said, automatically it is going to close the file, and even if there is an error, still the file is getting closed. And because we are placing every operation, I mean entire operations that I'm going to perform on that file in a particular single location, it is very much readable code as compared to what we manually do. One line we open the file, after that some few lines we do some operations, and in another line I just want to close the file. So rather than keeping all them separately one line each, we are trying to use this with keyword so that we can keep everything in a particular block where I need not close the file specifically. So let us see one of the examples. So here I am trying to take the help of this with keyword, and of course we have to go on using open, and we have taken a file name and followed by the mode. So with this we understand that we are trying to open this example.txt file in read mode, and here we have written as a some object. Now once this file is opened from this line, so now these are the content which is part of this with block. So what we have done here, because we have mentioned here we are opening this file for reading, so we have used one of the read related method, that is simply read, and we know that read method is going to read the entire content of a file, and of course this contents is nothing but going to play like an file object, so which I can later on utilize along with print, so that I can print the entire content of this file. So this is where I'm using the with or the with keyword in opening the file for reading. Now let us see another program where once again we have started using this with, but this time we have opened this file, let's say output.txt, and we are using W mode, which means we are trying to open this file for writing purpose. And once again we have taken some as followed by some file object. Now using this file object, we are just going to use the write method, as we have write line, write lines. We are using one of the method is your write, and this is the content what I want to write within this particular file. So here, apart from these two lines, or apart from one line here, you can write a series of instructions which you want to perform on this particular file. So everything that I'm going to write here, they are going to be part of your with block, so that all my code is pretty much readable. And you can see none of this, either of these programs, I'm not writing the close operation of the file. So because by the time the last statement here, the second statement after this print statement is executed, automatically the block is ending, and that's when automatically the close method will be applied on this file, so that the file will be closed automatically. And very similarly, when it comes here, after this line gets executed, after the write operation is being done, automatically the file is getting closed here. Now as soon as we open a file, automatically a file object is created, and When we get this file object, we also get some various details related to that particular file, and that we can get by using its properties. Now, here are the some of the properties, like name is one of the property, which is going to specify or tell us what is the name of the file that we have opened, irrespective of whatever mode it is. Now, secondly, there is a property like mode. So we know that each time we open a file, we need to specify the mode. So once the file is opened in a particular mode, later on you want to verify on which mode the file has been opened. So this mode property can be used to check what is the mode in which the file has been opened. Now closed. So closed is going to verify whether the file is already closed or not. So basically it is going to return a Boolean value indicating if it is closed, then it is going to return true. If it is not closed, then it is going to return false. Now readable. Suppose when you're opening a file in read mode. So obviously when I'm opening a file in read mode, or I open the file in R plus mode, these are certain occasions where I can say that yes, my file has been opened for read operation to be done. So in that case, you can check whether your file has been opened and it is readable format or not. I mean, can you read it? But because when I'm going for opening a file in write mode, I cannot read it. I can only write there. So readable function is going to check whether the file is open, that whatever file you have opened, is it readable or not. So once again, this also returns a Boolean value. So if it is readable, it will be true. If it is not readable, it will be false. Very similarly, we have one more function, that is your writable. So just like readable, it is going to check whether it is readable or not. Now writable is also going to verify whether this file that I have opened, am I able to write on it or not? Can I do the write operation or not? That is what your writable is going to verify, and is going to return a Boolean value. If it is writable, it returns true. If it is not, then it's written false. So let's observe here. Here we try to open a file. The file name is say testfile.txt, and the mode that I have used is here W. I mean, it is write mode, right? So now I'm starting with the first property like name. Okay, so once the file object is created, that is f.name. So f.name is going to tell me what is the name of the file that I have opened. So here, as the file name is your testfile.txt, so I'll be getting the testfile.txt as the first first result. Now second one, where I'm trying to print f.mode. So because my file has been opened in write mode, so the output is going to be the file mode is your W. That is what we have used here. Now I'm going to check whether this file is readable. Now see, if you have opened this file for which operation? Write operation. So you cannot read it. So hence this readable is going to return a Boolean value, which is nothing but your false. So it's saying, is file readable? No, it is not readable because you have opened this in write mode. Now when I'm asking f.writable, so it is going to check whether this file is allowed to be written something onto it. Yes. So hence the output is the file writable? Yes, it is true. Now I'm checking, is the file closed? So you can see I have not invoked the close function so far. So as a result, f.closed returns a Boolean value, which indicates that the file is not closed yet. So what I'm going to get here, it is going to give me false because the file is not closed. But at this point of time, what I'm doing is I'm calling the close function. So because close function is called, now when I'm going to verify f.closed, because the file is already closed, so hence it is going to return a Boolean value, that is nothing but your true. So like this, we can take the help of various properties of the file object to check what is the status of the file. Is it readable? Is it writable? Is it closed? And which mode you have opened it? And what is the name of the file? Apart from this, there are several properties also available.